Hello everyone. It's Yogi here. Hope you're well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You pick one that works for you. I hope you're well today. So, here we are. On Mondays, we're starting a little bit later, and the rest of the days, probably the usual time. Okay, so you will know by now. So, today, I'm working on this piece. This is always, feeling like I'm coming home when I look at this piece. And this is called Granny's Craft Room. This is one of the 14 count cross stitching kits I got from Amazon a few years back, and I've been sort of working on it since. I have four kits, very similar, probably from the same company, and I think you've probably seen all of them on my stream there, and I've been sort of introducing one piece at a time to come to the stream here. So let me show you this beautiful markup. Ta-da! There you go. How gorgeous is that? So with this piece, I'm actually starting from the center where the little kitty is, and I'm working sort of downwards and eventually probably sideways and upwards. This is one of the things, probably expected if you're working from the center. Eventually you have to go sort of toward different directions in order to complete it. And I'm looking forward to the challenge. I've never worked from bottom up before, but I'm happy to try. So look at this beautiful piece. There's a view on the outside. There's a little dog there, my goodness. And there's a water feature. It's kind of partially finished, and I'll show you in a bit in terms of my completion area. And slowly working toward the wooden drawer there. And let's have a look here. So if I move down a little bit, so part of it is kind of, being rolled up around the hoop here. But you can see the water feature there, and there's half of this, I think it's a card, of greeting card of some sort, and there's a snow globe there, and this little kitty as well. It's so cute. So the last few sessions, I've been working on this beautiful wooden drawer here, and it's totally whimsical, one item at a time. So with this piece, I've been working page by page, and it will make sense when I show you my markup RXP. So this is the app I'm going to be using to track my progress today. Just move the light away. So 2 pages I've already finished, where the little kitty is, and I'm working downwards. And with this session and the previous probably couple of sessions, I've been working 2 pages at a time. It kind of makes sense because I'm working on this wooden drawer here. It's so gorgeous. And in terms of the size of this piece, just to show you proportionally, this is what it looks like. So I'm sort of, about maybe under 3 pages around the center there, and there's still a few more to go. And it's not a massive piece, but 1 page at a time, just like all projects. So today I am going to start from 0, and in terms of my progress, I'm very close to 10%. Very close here. So let's see what I'm able to stitch, how many stitches I'm going to manage today. It's always a surprise every day, and depending on the method of my choice when it comes to stitching, it varies a little bit. So this piece, I've been sort of working with Gemma's stitches method diagonally, and I've been pretty consistent with that. I haven't changed my method, which I do sometimes with my piece. So far so good. So this is the message I'm going to carry on today. And before I do that, let's have a look at the chat. My goodness, Clover Stitcher, you're the first one. You win the medal and the chocolate cookies today. And Gretty as well, welcome. So good to see you. And Susan Barnes, hello, hello. Ready to stitch. Yes, wonderful. And Janelle is here as well. She says, good morning. I think this is Tuesday already, isn't it? Janelle is in Australia. And Sarah is here as well. Good to see you, Sarah. And Salita as well. Welcome. And Brandy is also here. Oh my goodness. She says, hi all. I'm doing a 9-mile hike. So I'll be late to the show. Oh my goodness. Enjoy your hike, Brandy. And River's here as well. Oh, River. So good to see you. And Joyce is here as well in the chat. And welcome. And Frankie as well, welcome. And let's see, Nikki as well. Hello, hello. Susan Chamberlain. We have 2 Susans here. And let's see, Lisa is here as well. And Rochelle, hello. And Diana Garner, hello. Good to see you. And Wendy is back with us. Wonderful. And Jackie as well. And Dawn, my goodness, how exciting. I hope you've had a great day. I just came back from teaching a class in the evening. It was lovely, lovely, absolutely lovely. So I'm very, very happy. So let's have a look. Where do I start today? So this way of stitching and Gemma's stitches method, pretty much I can pick any point along this diagonal line and just pick and choose the color groups and the shapes and just gradually smoothing out this line. So there's no hard and fast rule here. So this is why I love this method so much. And it does take some discipline to do. And you will understand how it works in a bit. I'll talk a little bit as I work through the stitches. So today I quite fancy this area, this beautiful dark purple here. And why don't I start there? So this is 14 count Aida, and the thread, the floss I'm using is the floss that comes with the kit. So I consolidate all the 4 kits together. So I've got a full set here. Very exciting. And I love the way the thread is stitching. It's slightly more, it's quite robust, very robust, and it's perfect for 14 counts as well. So I'm doing full cross here. And oh, I can't wait because this is where all the detail is happening, and I love this wooden chest as well. So I am going to continue to work on this. It's been about maybe nearly 2 weeks since I worked on this piece, so way overdue, way overdue. And Leslie says, hello everyone, got off from work a little early today, so I guess some extra stitching time. Wonderful, absolutely lovely. For Monday, that is a bonus. And Grace is here as well. Hello Grace, welcome. And let me know what you're stitching today and what you're drinking today. So when I came back today, this evening, I actually made some green tea. So I was thinking about making coffee, but I thought, well, that's a little bit naughty. Not that I was ever, as it ever stopped me. But today I'm just thinking maybe green tea. It's still got caffeine, but it's a little bit more gentle, I think. So I'm telling myself. So I'm going to pick. I'm kind of just eyeing these part threads and see which one is talking to me, which one looks most inviting. So this piece is actually, the pattern is actually paper pattern. So what I've done is I imported the pattern to a Markup IXP, and Markup IXP is pretty good at stuff like this with importing paper patterns, and it kind of picked up majority of the stitches and turned them into kind of digital stitches that I'm able to mark up as you would with the digital patterns there. So here we go. So this is my first victim here, this deep purple. Let me see if I'm even in the right spot. Probably not. I'm warming up, guys. I'm warming up. I picked the wrong symbol there, but the stitch is correct. That's the beauty of parking, because if it's parked correctly, you just pick it up and stitch away. Here we go. So I think we're good. We're good. River says she's stitching on rustic hamster. Oh, 89.89%. It's getting closer and closer to 90, isn't it? And she's drinking hot coffee as well. Very nice. I love hot coffee, but I think this is just a little bit too late. This is nearly 11 p.m. in the UK, so I'm trying to be good here. So, and let me see. So this method, basically, you kind of ease away from the edges. You don't create any floating stitches. So all the stitches are very neat and tidy because of that. And there's minimum, close to no floating thread whatsoever. So I love this way of stitching from time to time. Even though recently I've been quite adventurous. I've been doing typewriter method. I've been doing a little bit, cross country, slightly longer distance, cross village. But, it's great fun. Great fun. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's one more here. How strange. That way, and there's another stitch here. I'm going to park it. These are warming up stitches. And this is when I make mistakes most of the time, because I'm warming up my fingers, warming up my brain. Poor stitching. Hey, Lorraine, hello. Welcome. Susan is drinking green tea as well. Wonderful. I love green tea. It's just so aromatic. Making up some time on my sweet shop. Wonderful. I had to work last Saturday. Wow, it's one of the things we have to make time for our hobbies, for things we love to do. And, it's always nice when we're able to find time to do so. So healing. So let me see, let me pick this one here. Just make sure I'm actually in the right spot. River says, isn't there as much caffeine in tea as in coffee? River, hush, hush. Don't mention it. I like to think green tea is a little bit better, but you're quite right. It's got a fair bit of caffeine as well. But I find a green tea buzz is a little bit different from coffee buzz. Do you not find that? It's I think green tea, I don't know. If I'm sleepy, there's no amount of coffee can keep me awake anyway. So I don't think caffeine is critical for sleep, but it has some impact on the quality of sleep. If I drink too much coffee or green tea, in fact, I might dream more actually. Maybe it's not a bad thing necessarily, but I find my brain is just a little bit more active. But if I'm tired, nothing can stop me if I'm sleeping. Nothing. Let me mark these ones. Yeah, I think all teas have some caffeine as well. I don't know if it's got more than coffee, but yes, you're quite right. Is it Renee? She says, I'm drinking water currently while I watch. Different teas have different amount of caffeine. Herbal teas also have some caffeine as well. Really? Herbal teas? I thought herbal teas are generally caffeine free. That's why people drink herbal tea. I also have a cup of peppermint tea waiting for me as well. So why don't I have a sip of my peppermint tea first to just balance out? Much better. It dilutes the caffeine from the green tea. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Hey, Busy Mom Stitcher. Hello, I love your name, Busy Mom Stitcher. You still find time to stitch. That's the point. That's the whole point. Sarah says, today I've been doing Royal Rose, but without the parking. Without the parking, I see. And without the gridding, I'm sure, Sarah. Grid free, that's Sarah for you. One of our in-house superhumans. Let's see, let's do these two then. 1, 2, there's one there. I am going to introduce a new thread, a new color, which is A44. 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 And every Monday when I come back from the evening class, my entire room and my arms, my hands, everything smells of essential oil because I use essential oil for the class. So everything smells lovely right now. River says there's a tea I like, vanilla, chamomile, truffle. My God, there's a lot going on there in the tea. Vanilla, I'm trying to imagine. Vanilla and caramel, they definitely go together. Truffle as in chocolate truffle. My goodness, that sounds delicious. There's so many different sort of herbal teas. They all sound really exciting. This one, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. There. I can do my loop start here. Oh, Joyce, I'm working on Asti, as in bubbly. Oh, wow. What what's the occasion? Amazing. It is a little bit later in the evening. You're allowed. You're allowed. And I'm drinking cinnamon, cloves, and rose tea. Well, wine and tea, sparkling wine and tea. That's quite a combination. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, Renee says, I like strawberry green tea. Strawberry green tea sounds lovely, actually. I've never had it, but it sounds like it should work quite well. Yes. Green tea, strangely, works with a lot of things. I do like green tea from time to time. I'm trying to figure out where I should park this thread. It's always a decision. It's almost like a game you have to play. Let's have a look. 2 over here. So the idea is to not to create boxed-in stitches. Even something like this, in theory, I'm already breaking a little bit of a rules there. So I hope Gemma doesn't mind, doesn't frown with, displeasure. Hopefully. I occasionally bend the rules slightly for convenience, so I don't have to park the thread multiple times. So that one, I'm gonna try to quickly hide it so no one knows that I'm breaking the rules there. So there is a thread here for that color. I can move it over cunningly. So it's like a strategy game, this method. I know it's not for everybody because it's a lot slower for me anyway. For Gemma, it's fast. She actually completes her work, her projects. Can't say the same about me. Two, I'll see if I can take this thread over. Maybe not. It will be breaking too many rules. 1, 2 over here. I'm going to park it down here. So it's not unusual for this method to have multiple threads, sometimes quite close by, of the same color, but you're taking them toward different directions, color flow wise. Oh, Joyce, I thought you meant Asti. I misread it as a stitch in time. See, I don't know the lingo. I am such a newbie. Yes, I thought she was. I thought Joyce was drinking Asti, as in the Italian sparkling wine with tea. I thought, wow, what a sophisticated combination there. Stitch in time. But I'm sure the piece is just as intoxicating as wine. I don't read, Joyce. You should know by now. I just have a glance and take a guess. River says, I like that method you were doing, where if there was a stitch above, you could go ahead and do that stitch. Yes, it depends on how much you're purist of this method. So in theory, like this one, I could stitch the stitch above, but if you were Gemma, you wouldn't, because the one on the left is still empty. Make sense? So the idea is when you stitch an area, the left and the top should be stitched already, or you don't. So I'm breaking the rule here by having this stitch here, so it's sticking out. So in theory, it should be, and this one is, I've broken the rule as well. So in theory, it should look like this bit, just flow around, and every single stitch has one stitch on the left, every single area, on stitch area. So that's kind of the idea. If someone's trying to get a head around, that's probably a good guideline. So if you, when you're about to stitch, create a stitch, look to the left. Is there a stitch on the left, and is there a stitch above? And obviously the diagonally has to be stitched as well. So you're kind of easing away from the edges. So, but yeah, I'm breaking the rule there. It's okay. It's doable. It's I'm not gonna get arrested just yet. I might get told off, from time to time. Never mind. Yes, Susan, hush, hush. No one shall know. No one shall know. So here we go. I am going to cover up this stitch here quickly so no one notices. I'm going to bring in another 355. 355. You can't win. I remember I was so blown away when I first saw Gemma stitching this way. And I was so drawn to it, even though I had no idea what she was doing. And so I watched really carefully of all her videos, and she's got a couple of really good tutorial ones as well. But just generally watching her stitching and decision making as she moves forward, it's fascinating. There, I've covered up my rule breaking bits. So you see, every stitch you make, there's already a stitch on the left and above, but nothing on the right or bottom. That's it. That's probably the rule of thumb when it comes to stitching. So this one, I am going to park it over here. Let me have a look. One, two, three, four, five. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on a mo. Down here it should be. Left. One, two, three. 3 from the bottom. And 2 from the left. Oh, here. Okay, I got confused. Yes. So it requires a little bit of patience, but it's great fun because it's like a game that you play. Rose says, I saw nothing, Yogi. Yes, erase that from your memory. It's like Men in Black, the zapper. I'm going to bring out the zapper. Renee says, I'm intrigued by this method. of stitching. This is my first time watching. Yes, definitely look up Gemma Stitches channel. That's the channel name. I learned from her. She's the one that invented this way of stitching, really. And, you know, it's not for everybody, but, you know, and I'm about to do something that she is doing more now. She's calling it color flow. I've been waiting for kind of, it really depends on the pattern, because color flow, now she allows herself to flow with the color. So if there's a block, an area that's occupied by a single color, she would just go ahead and stitch it, even though it breaks the line. Let me try this. It's a little bit scary because I've been so conditioned to stitch by following the diagonal line. Let's have a go. See if I fall over. 402. It's okay if I fall over. I just get up and do it again. It's okay. So the new method, which is derived from the original method, I think she calls it color flow or something like that, color flow, which makes sense because you're flowing with colors. Susan says, I have decided I'm a 10 by 10 completely block stitcher, not the typewriter one. Have you tried it? 10 by 10 completely block. Yeah, I like that too. I like all sorts of stitching methods. And I think your project would tell you how it wants to be stitched. And it could change from time to time. So just flow with it. And Vaduhi is here as well. She says, I'm at work in the office. That's why I can't watch you. But you are watching, Vaduhi. How does that work? Yes, you're clearly watching, darling. That's so funny. Renee says, I have no idea what type of stitcher I am. I think you probably have some inkling, you know, the method that you're naturally drawn to. And Gemma also does this. She does the Danish one leg at a time, whenever, sort of stitches whenever she can. And I like it as well because this is how I stitch. When I used to do the DMC, not DMC, I keep saying that, dimensions kits, because there was no confetti, so you tend to stitch a whole bunch of stitches of the same color, and so one leg at a time is quite it's quite nice. You get very neat stitches, and I noticed that Gemma does the Danish method quite frequently. So I'm gonna have a go as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Claire is here. Claire Thomas, everything yogi. Oh, evening yogi and all. A bit late to the stream tonight. I've been looking at Hey today. Well, Claire, we started late today, so we've just started. Welcome. No, you're not late at all. On Mondays, We start a little bit later because I have class in the evening. So we've just started. We're just warming up. You're all good. It's all good. River says, I change my methods constantly in the same piece. Same here. Same here. I think that there's no point sort of trying to force yourself into a way of stitching. It doesn't make sense. And also, ultimately, the completed piece, you can't tell. It doesn't matter how you stitch it. You end up with the same result, pretty much. So just pick and choose how you enjoy. Can you see that? I'm following these stitches. There are quite a few different rows. You will start to see that I'm breaking the diagonal shape by following the colors. This particular color that I'm stitching. Oh, naughty, naughty. I'm feeling a little bit naughty, but this is Gemma's new method. I'm just doing what I'm taught to do. So let me see. Whoops. Let me have a look. Renee says, I was taught to do one color at a time in an area, then cut the thread and pick up the next color in an area, always starting in the center and working out. Interesting, because I started cross-stitching, doing cross-stitching kits, like probably majority of people, and I love dimensions kits, and they always come with instructions, don't they? How to make certain stitches and how to start a piece. And I was always told to start from the center, so I didn't even know you could. You're supposed to start from the corners. I learned that only through looking into full coverage. See, I'm breaking the shape here. So if I'm following Gemma's new method, I'm allowed to stitch this way because this whole block, this whole area, there's one quite a large area here. They're all the same color. Oh, I'm feeling so naughty. Let's see how it goes. If it flows, I'll do more. Otherwise, I'll just go back to diagonal. There's no police here. I hope not. I don't want to get arrested. Two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm okay. I haven't broken it. Susan, is that the question for me? She says, which hate takes your fancy? As in, which pattern from hate I like? Oh, that's a question that cannot be answered because there's so many. Oh, Nikki says, Fran, did you order your fabric? Are you referring to the piece we were talking about yesterday? So yesterday, Nikki and we talked about a pattern we both have, which is a Kim Jacobs piece. It's called, look, I think it's called the Quilting Rim. I'll show the markup in a bit. But I think I know which fabric I want now, but I haven't ordered it. I'm thinking 28 counts. What is your choice of fabric count? I was kind of tempted, maybe trying out 32, but that's a little bit too dairy for me. I think at this point I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready yet. So okay, this is as far as I will go because there's one floating stitch here. I'm not able to stitch, so I am going to park here, but you can tell I'm sort of broken the shape here and just do this block that has pretty much the same color there. Ooh, I don't know, this is a new territory. I'll see how it goes. Dawn says, I want to be an organized stitcher and I start off nice and neat, but then I get carried away and suddenly I'm carrying my mess 3 blocks over. But no, that's not a problem. That's called cross country, isn't it? So maybe you're just a natural cross country stitcher. So your instinct is to travel a little bit further. Unlike me, you know, I like to stay within the village or in my little park here, a small park. And here, there are only 2 stitches. Oh, I see. You're asking Claire. Okay. I'm getting confused. I'm glad you're not asking me because I'm not able to answer that question. It's impossible. I love them all. I love them all. Or maybe not all, as in every single pattern from Heaven and Earth, but I've got so many pieces from them. So Claire, over to you. Two stitches here. Let me see. Let me park it over. Here. Decisions. Let me have a look. Why is it here? Let me see. 498. I'm just checking the color here. 498. Oh, that's not the right color. What is it doing here? Which one is it then? It's 355. 355. Okay, it is correct. Just want to double check. Claire says so many Susan. I know. There's only one Yogi though. these needles are the John James needles. Strangely, quite tricky to thread comparing to DMC. Here we go. So I am going to move forward over here. 1, 2. Markup RXP, if you've used it before, is slightly tricky because with Pattern Keeper, before you mark up the stitches, you can select the ones you are about to stitch, right? So it creates a border or whatever it is, so you know where you're aiming at. With Markup RXP, you don't have that. So you have all the highlighted stitches, but you just need to know where you're stitching because there's no way for you to kind of select that so you don't get confused. And 1, 2, 1 stitch here, 2 stitches here. There. And then another one up here, it's done. And I'm going to pop down. Oh, there's already one. Goodness. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All the lines here because the pattern's got back stitches, so the entire pattern's got really thick lines running over everywhere. It's very confusing to read, but that's paper pattern for you. 1, 2, 2 down, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here. Patricia is here as well. Welcome. Patricia is also in Australia. And she says, "Hi, Stitchers. After years of doing a heaven and earth designs, I have learned to be organized with stitching." I'm never organized. I'm just getting worse. Never learn. Here we go. So where do we go next? I can start here because that looks pretty dodgy here. It's not supposed to look like this. Let me cover it up quickly so no one notices. 3, 3, 2, 8. 3, 3, 2, 8. Oh, Nikki says, I nearly missed that comment. Nikki says, I have 25 or 28, but I don't like two strands at the moment, so I need to test 28 for one strand and full cross. Yes, you need to test that. But I don't know whether you saw the test I did with 28 before I decided what stitch to do for sweet shop. 1/1 is fine with 28, but for me it feels a little bit on the thin side. It's still, the coverage is still pretty good. Why don't we have a look at the pattern we're on about, just so everybody knows which one we're talking about, and maybe some people want to join us as well. So for those of you who might not know, Saturdays is our Amy Stewart day, but every Wednesday we get together and stitch a Kim Jacobs piece. And if you don't know who she is, look up Heaven and Earth Design and type in Kim Jacobs. Lots of beautiful, beautiful pieces. And this is the piece. Me and Nikki, I think Grace as well, and maybe what other, I think there was another person who can't make up her mind just here. This is the piece we're doing. Let me remove this. And this is called Quoting Room or something like that. And it's absolutely beautiful. So this is one of the Kim Jacobs pieces, and lots going on here. So we're trying to decide what stitch count to stitch this beautiful piece on, and what stitches really. So that's what we're talking about. So what I've got here is a Max Color, Max Colors. So yeah, a lot going on. And look at this beautiful cat here, and all the beautiful fabric and stuff going on. That's just gorgeous, gorgeous. So if any of you want to join us, not this coming Wednesday, but hopefully I can get my fabric by the next Wednesday, so then we might start there. Grace is in, yes, wonderful. And yeah, so Nikki, I think test stitching would be, absolutely helpful. And also it really depends on what floss you use as well, so you might feel differently with CXC versus DMC as well. So, and I think with this piece I might go for CXC because it's got that really earthy tone, isn't it? And CXC's got that slightly more matte finish with their threads. So I might go for those. I'll do some test stitching as well. But I think 28 might be the one. I'm really in love with 28 right now. So I'm going to do this one here. Three, 3, 2, 8. 3, 3, 2, 8. I had picked. Oh, I thought I did. 3, 3, 2, 8. I got distracted. Rose says, I'm doing the quoting room as well on 28, 1/1 CXC. Wow, Rose, have you started? Or are you going to start with us? And is your pattern Max Colors or regular? I think Grace has got the regular 4 size. And I don't believe this one. Oh yeah, I think so. I think this one comes in mini as well, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's got so much detail going on there. I think full size is the best. So with this one, I have to figure out where to park it because it's just one stitch. Nikki says, okay, I think I'm going to do 25 DMC. Those light colors with Max might take me up. Yes, a lot of white and beige there. So yes. Nikki, I thought you were fearless. I think white is very tricky for me as well, for my eyes. I just, my eyes get fatigued very quickly with white. Maybe it's the same with everybody. I don't know. Anybody who can just stitch white like endlessly. So every time when I see patterns, it's got like, snow landscape or really fainty, sort of white, off-white type of colors, and I'm always scared because the pieces might be really beautiful, but there's just no way I'm able to. I'm going to survive the stitching experience. I'll probably just go blind, snow blind. Oh, Janelle. That's the spirit, Janelle, because Janelle was in with the sweet shop as well. And now the quoting room. Wonderful, Janelle. Love it. Love it. Oh, you're going for the quote blogs. How interesting. Yes, I did think about that, but I said, well, maybe it's a little bit busy, but I'd love to see your piece. Wonderful. Wonderful, because the same design comes with the version that's got kind of quoted looking border there. And yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. Wonderful. So we have 4, me, Nikki, Grace, and Janelle. Wonderful. Oh, and Rose as well, of course. Rose has already started. You just happen to have it. Oh, I didn't realize that. Have you posted the pictures? I didn't know anybody was working on this piece. Then you can join us then. You're slightly ahead, but that's quite all right. And I've got one here. Gritty says, I like the pattern with the border and the quoted border. It's quite unique, isn't it? And it's one of the kind of Kim's style as well. Quite a few pieces comes with kind of built-in frame within the design. And it's pretty, but sometimes stitching the border is a little bit of a challenge. But that's part of the journey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 here. Just move up a little bit. Let me see. It's a bit out. But it was worth it. Let's see. I think I'm going to come down here a little bit more, start to extend that diagonal line a little bit more. And maybe I can smooth out this bit a little bit more. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Oh my God. I think I just spotted another opportunity for color flow. Wow, this one is odd. Yes, it's down here. And you will know what I mean when I say this is slightly daring. Oh, Nine Joys. Yes, we started late today, so well done for making it. Tula Stream and 99. Nine Joys. Dream about kittens and cupcakes and all the nice stuff. 310. 310. 310. Sarah, I can't remember. Is Sarah doing it with us? Sarah? Sarah says, I think I have enough. Oh, you're still waiting for your to start your Amy. Which piece of Amy Stewart ones you're waiting for? I've lost track on what everybody's working on. There was one more person. Who was that yesterday? Who was thinking about it? Was it oh dear. Yes. There was one person. Oh, Brandy? Is it Brandy? I think there was a person slightly on the fence. Oh, you're waiting for Candelicious. Yes, it's a beautiful piece as well, Sarah. Yes, then you're going to be very busy. Yes, it's very sensible. Steve, I think Steve is probably in hiding right now because he knows we're going to be asking. Steve, if you're lurking, we know. Just pretending he's working his yard, doing yard work, cutting grass and all that. Steve. I think it was very close with Steve. We just need that final push, then we're there. See, I'm stitching the, oops, sliding off the screen there. I'm doing color flow, Gemma. I'm doing color flow. It feels really weird, but I'm doing it. River's got 2 more waiting. We're going to be busy for a very long time. So there's a whole bunch of 310 stitches here. So I'm going to flow and see what I'm going to end up with. It's faster though, color flow, because if you're allowed to flow with the colors, then It's quicker. You don't have to park and follow the diagonal line. Dawn says, I'm off now. Time for supper. Enjoy your supper, Dawn. Good to see you. One, two, three. This might just work. Wow. This is so therapeutic. I don't know whether you can hear the sound of the fabric as the thread passing through. I love that sound. There's quite a few stitches here, so I'm going to end up there's sort of a nice border here. This is fun, actually. And considering I've been working mostly on 25 and 28 counts, 14 is nice. Oh, Gritty says, I pay the tax costs for the Gecko Rouge package today. Oh, they charged you with the taxes. She says, I think I'll have it at home before Friday. This coming Friday. My goodness. I'm looking forward to getting started. I bet you do. And when you get it, definitely check the fabric. Make sure it's the correct size. I'm sure they're very good. It's just that from my experience, with the experience I had, I'm now super cautious with any fabric that's cut by a human. Just make sure it's the right size. Right. I was lucky because they're UK company, so even though they charged me for FedEx, there was no taxes, luckily. Sometimes they can charge a fortune for taxes. I hope it wasn't too bad. It's so exciting, my goodness. And I remember you paid 25 counts, correct? So Gretty's getting the same piece that I've got from Gecko Rouge is Colin Thomas. Is it Colin Thomas, right? Thomas Collins. Colin Thomas. I should know by now. The piece called The Craft Cupboard. Let me just quickly show you here. It's beautiful though. Not this one. This one. So this is from Gecko Rouge. Is massive. It's really big. And I've been stitching here on the stream, and Gretty just fell in love with it as well, and went for it. Gorgeous. This is really gorgeous. So, and the floss, everything's gonna come in a gift box. Really beautiful. I think I'm gonna be stitching that piece tomorrow, Gretty. Just to whet your appetite. Lakika, welcome. She says, hello, no stitching today. I'm just here for the pleasant atmosphere. Absolutely. You know, the viewers actually listen to the playback or the streams as they go to bed, as lullabies. It's nice and relaxing. And just a group of happy stitchers get together. Wow, I've done quite a few stitches with this color, and the next one I'm going to pop down here. So this is what Gemma calls color flow. So whenever there's a whole block or blob of the same color, she allows herself to flow with it. Because currently she's stitching a peacock. I can't remember the name of the piece, but it's a big bird with a lot of colors. And, you know, she decided that if she just keep trying to keep it a diagonal, it just seems kind of, you know, going against the grain. So she decided she's allowed to flow with the colors. I think it's working really well for her. Kind of makes sense. So in a way, I'm gonna see if I can do that as well. Where are we here? Okay. But I think the idea is still you know, persistent or consistent rather, in not creating floating stitches. So that's the goal. So everything's neat and tidy as much as possible. 3, 2, 7. 3, 2, 7. It's a beautiful purple. 3, 2, 7. River says, I love your kitchen one. Which one is that again? It's from Cairo Machete. You can pick one you like. I can show you the old kitchen. This is the one. Yes, it's beautiful. I've seen someone finishing this piece, and this is a mini, by the way, and it's so beautiful. Even mini is beautiful. River says, Cara Marchetti commented on one of my update pics I posted on one of his work. Oh, really? It's a guy, right? So I'm just guessing. I can't even pronounce his name. He's not going to comment on my pics. He's going, this woman is clueless. Can't even pronounce my name properly. Wow. Is he Italian? It sounds very Italian, the name. That is wonderful. Congratulations. Must be so exciting. Jackie says my next start going to be whispering secrets to the ocean, a world of love, hearts. Whoa, a lot of words. Adrian, GE on stitches. So beautiful side. I see. I'd love to see what it looks like. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Dolly. That's my cat, my kitty. Hello, babe. How are you? Nikki says the 1 and 2 stitches takes me out too, but depending on the count and thread, it's just not pleasant to stitch holes that are surrounded. I'm not sure what you're referring to. The boxed in stitches. Yes, River, it's a beautiful piece, and I think Nikki's working on that one as well. And I think she's over 12% the last time I checked, and now it's probably 50%, right, Nikki? Have you finished it? It's only a mini. Go for it. Wouldn't surprise me that you've already finished it. One, two, three. Man, where am I? 1, 2, 3. Three more here. I think I like the color flow. It makes sense. Ooh, super fast. I'm so impressed by myself. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Grady says, I can never watch the chat again on YouTube. When I watch it again, yeah, we talked about this yesterday, and there, I think Suzanne posted a sort of a demo on how to find the chat. So if you're on mobile devices, just look down below the videos where it says comment, and then swipe to the left. sideways, and then you should the option to open the chat should be there. It's slightly hidden, and I have no idea why they do that, but you won't be able to find it. It's there. I am going to park 1, 2 here. Oh, I'm breaking the rules everywhere. I hope I'm doing okay. Because half of me is doing the usual Gemma method, and the other half of me is experimenting with the color flow, which is also Gemma's method, but it's just something that I haven't really done before. So let's see how it goes. Let's see if it works out. Yeah, River, you can wait for the next sale. It shouldn't be far away. They do it sort of random days, don't they? And I hope everything is going well with the lady. Is it Michelle from Heaven and Earth? I mean, condolences and prayers. I'm liking this actually. It's starting to make sense because I've been watching her doing it, and intellectually, I kind of know what she's trying to do, but just haven't been able to find sort of opportunities to try it out. Kind of makes sense. I think it does. So you can see that even though I'm sort of flowing in all directions, there's no floating stitches. And maybe these ones, you could argue, are slightly boxed in, but it's not too bad. So I'm not creating holes everywhere by doing so. Even though I'm not following the diagonal directions there. Very interesting. She's so clever. Gemma is clever. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Very original stitcher. Bottom left. Nikki says, do we have a Cairo day? I was, we were talking about that one way. There are only 7 days a week. We already have 2 days, 2 sale days. I know. We should, shouldn't we? Because his work is so beautiful. But I think we can just stitch, his pieces any day, really. I've got quite a few. Like the one yesterday as well, and a kitchen one. And is there one more? Maybe there's one more by him as well. Oh yeah, of course, the quilt room as well. This one is popular. Let me load it up so we can appreciate the beauty of the piece. Where is it? This one is really popular as well, not that one. Whoops. Quilt room. That one. That one's popular as well. That's by him as well. They're really gorgeous. there. Oh, wonderful, Gritty. I know. It's almost like they're trying to hide the chat, isn't it? It's just like, who would know, would ever know that if you're not told where the chat is? Let me see. And now it gets interesting. 3371. 3371. This is fun. This is like discovering a new toy. 3371. A new method to play with. River says, I just love his work. It's one of my favorites. I know. And it's got so many sort of really kind of signature pieces. Nikki says, Nikki says, I feel like I'm just getting all your pieces. I know, you've got quite a few Kim's pieces as well. But they're all beautiful, so why not? Why not? And I'm so happy that so many of you have the patterns you can work with Saga now. That's so nice. Just another way to play, another toy to play with, another method that you can do. How nice. Thanks to River and Suzanne as well. Both helped out. I think this message is starting to make sense to me. I'm trying to get my head around. 1, 2. This one over here. Try not to break too many rules. Okay. Jackie says, I'm going for a swim. It's so hot here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Enjoy your swim. How nice to have hot weather. We're getting a little bit, well, not cold yet, but cooler weather here. Enjoy. Oh, I don't know. I'm supposed to stitch this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. The color flow is coming. Color flow. And this one. It's that one. Okay. Where am I? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I know where. So those of us who are doing the quote room, I'm trying to get the title correctly. There's so many quote room, craft room pieces. I'm getting confused. So this one is called quoting room. Quoting room. So those of us doing quoting room will be aiming to start not this coming Wednesday, next Wednesday. Okay, so that will be the day. No cheating, and we'll start together. One, two, that one. Night, Gretty. It's late over there, so enjoy your evening, the rest of the evening, and have a lovely sleep. Nikki says it's hard for me to part the same color thread. Another reason I can't do royal roll. What do you mean by part the same color threads? You mean multiple threads of the same color? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one is done. And 1, 2, 3, that one is done. I'll come over here. Oh, I am creating a boxed in stitch. Does that supposed to happen, Gemma? I don't know. I have questions. So as I'm flowing with the colors here, I'm going to take this one down one row below, but by doing so, I'm creating a boxed in stitch. I don't think it's supposed to happen. In order for me to not do that, I literally have to park it here, which is quite odd as well. Ooh, I need to watch her videos a little bit more carefully, because in theory there shouldn't be any boxed in stitches. Help, Gemma. If you're watching, come help me. And if you're not watching, why aren't you? 1, I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'll check. I'll check with her videos to see how she deals with situations like this. Because I'm flowing with colors. I am flowing with colors. I think I'm gonna end this stitch here. Yes, Grace, you still have some time. I haven't got my fabric either, so but the vendor I'm buying from is quite good, so hopefully I'll be able to get it very soon. 1, 2, 3. Right. Yes, Lakika. Lakika says, I love cross stitching, and this piece shows perfectly the shadow behind the case. Just look at it. I don't pay any attention to it, but stitching. They're purple and blues and green, beautiful. I know. It's just that because the stitches are so big, and the method I'm using, you know, I have to really focus on where I'm going. So sometimes I'm not even paying attention on what's happening with the stitch area, but you can see there's just so much going on, and the definition is so beautiful. And this is before I even apply back stitches, because this pattern comes with back stitches, and once I've done the back stitches, everything is gonna just become high def. I can't wait. It's a beautiful piece, and beautifully charted as well. It's just so beautiful. I love it. I really love it. Nikki, what emoji is that? Is that like alarm, or is it? I don't even know anymore. It's a fire alarm. On fire. I'm on fire. Or something like that. Let's have a look. So I am going to patch up that stitch quickly. So I don't feel like I've broken something. Right. 844. 844. Let me have a sip of my green tea, actually. Stay hydrated, everyone. Stitch safely. 844. Right. I'm going to just go and do this one quickly. I don't know. Maybe eventually you would end up with some boxed in stitches. I don't know. I have to check. River says, I was looking for a fridge manual. That itself is a mystery. What do you need a manual for a fridge? Came across a certificate I earned for fighting wildfires. Wow. Are you a firefighter, River? I had no idea. Wow, wildfire is a different deal, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. My goodness. here in the middle. That is very interesting. That's a very unique certificate to have. One, two. There. Raja, have enjoy your dinner. Good to see you. Oh wow, River, you were a firefighter. Amazing. So the skills for wildfire is probably different from, you know, normal situation when a building's on fire. It's really hard to stop, isn't it? Wildfire. Man. Let's have a look here. 3. I kind of like this method. Let's have a look. What else can we do? 3, 8, 6, 3. 3, 8, 6, 3. The freezer is broken, is it? Oh dear. Oh, you know what? River says, freezer was making crazy sounds, woke up my husband, found YouTube videos and fixed it. I can't tell you how many YouTube videos actually saved me. You know, my partner during COVID. My goodness, everything broke during that period. The sink, you know, the boilers and everything. And it's just amazing that there's so many YouTube videos out there. They literally fix things, you know, without having to call engineers or plumbers or something like that. It was wonderful. I mean, YouTube is just treasure trove. It's just all sorts of things. And thank God people are making content. People are creating videos to help others. Nikki says, Fran, have tried row by row in columns. Not in columns. I'm trying to think. I've done row by blocks, but ultimately diagonal, if that makes sense. So that I have done. Not by columns. It doesn't seem to, I don't know. It doesn't feel like me. I'm more of a, well, it's not true. Not column as such, but I have done row by row or cross country from top to bottom without being, you know, without going diagonal. If that makes sense. Like the piece I've got, which one is that? Vintage Baker. I've got a whip here actually. See if I can bring it up. It's kind of not very disciplined top bottom cross country. Let me see if I can find it. Because I had to take a picture the other day. Yeah, like that. It's not really, it's slightly diagonal, half-hearted, but generally I'm going from top to bottom, but not row by row, no. I sometimes just switch to row by row when it's very confetti, but otherwise, not a column. Is that what you like? Oh, but I've never seen you doing block by block. All the pictures I've seen you've done is crazy cross country to another planet type thing, you know, slightly different. Where am I? Here. There. And I don't think I haven't seen anything you've done. It's got park threads. Do you not park ever, Nikki? River never found a stupid manual. Yes, you're probably much better off just go to YouTube, you know. And also, River, I think you can find practically all manual of any appliances online anyway, on websites. Just do a search of, you know, if you know the model and the make, you can probably find a digital version of the manual. Normally, I have found many. Fire starters, Nikki. Yeah, I never keep any kind of manuals and things. Paper is just a lost cause for me. I just, you know, I spill things on them, I throw them away by accident. No, so that's why I want everything digital so I don't lose them. 1, 2. Now I know where I am. Oh, I've got 6 stitches here. I don't think I've got enough thread to do that. Nikki says, I have one piece that's kind of Royal Rose diagonal. I'm trying to imagine. Royal Rose diagonal. Part 2/110. Kind of row by row. I thought Royal Rose are generally going sideways. All the pieces I've seen. It's weird. Royal Rose just doesn't flow, even though I tried with one of the projects very recently on the stream, and it went well. But it just I'm just not kind of hungry to go back and do more, if you know what I mean. Even though it went better than the first couple of times I tried, and I can totally imagine that it could work for some people, but it just doesn't jive with me. I think, yeah, I'll probably change the method again with that piece that I did with Royal Rose with. I just haven't been sort of wanting to go. I wanted to go back, and I think partially because of the method. And maybe it's time to switch again. I've switched about 5 different methods with that piece. Let me see. I'm breaking the rules again. Right. River says I'm deranged typewriter right now. Go for it, River. Go for it. Sarah says, I've been lurking. Oh, Sarah. You can lurk. We won't judge. Maybe just a little bit. Just one stitch. Yeah. I'll probably end this one. Or not. Yes, you can park with Saga. I mean, it's not the easiest way. It's not as easy as Pattern Keeper. You know, Pattern Keeper, you can set it to double tap. It's so responsive. But Saga, you have to hold and press a little bit. So if you park a lot, it might be a little bit annoying. 1, 2, 3. But do you not find with Saga that if you need to switch colors, so most of the times you probably have a box defined, right? And you do certain way of stitching that works for Saga. But what I find is if I wanted to do something like this, very, you know, Gemma's method with Saga, I'll be going nowhere because in order to highlight the stitches, the colors that you selected, even though the system has selected the color, but you don't see the highlighted stitches until you flick that radio button. So it makes me think that Saga is really designed for a very specific way of stitching. So you can't just suddenly go, well, I want to do, you know, cross-country parking. It's not the best app for that. So yes, Frankie, you're correct. It doesn't tell you which color, which corner, but then it doesn't matter because people always park in the same corner. So that's a very good point. This one, 3 stitches, but right. Let's see. I'm gonna go for this one. This bit is looking good. Well, I think saga is so that you know, the first glance you might think is really over the top, quite complex, with so many icons and stuff like that. But once you play around the icons and the functionality, really they all make sense, and it's not a steep learning curve at all. Once you kind of just try it and kind of figure out what it's trying to do as an app, as a markup tool, then it kind of all makes sense. I am going to pop down here. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. Fibonacci 112. Hello, welcome. I like your name. Nikki says, I don't like using Saga for cross country. I don't think you can even do that. Not without just wanting to throw your iPad somewhere. Because I just don't think it's designed to do that. Fibonacci says, I found your channel just a few days ago. Finally, nice to catch a live stream. I know quite a lot of people started off watching a live stream because my stream time hasn't been always the same time. And so, yeah, sometimes it's like trying to catch a fish, right? Finally, you caught it. Wonderful. Well done. Big fish, big fish. I think I found another opportunity for color flowing. I'm going to go for it and see what happens. And are you stitching today, Fibonacci? One, two. Where am I? I'm a bit lost. Right here. All right. I know where I am. There. River. Kids are so funny. And she's not wrong. Daughter's not wrong. Fibonacci says, I'm about to stitch. Yes, I'm working on a Bella Filipina pattern. It's a portrait of Aphrodite. Oh, that sounds very fantasy themed. Sounds lovely. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, you're welcome to. We'd love to see your work. So there's a whole couple rows of the same color. I'm going to just stitch all of them if I can. I like the color flow actually. I think initially I was feeling a little bit of resistance because I've been sort of doing sort of Gemma's original way for so long. But I like it. I just need to get my head around properly so I know where the boundaries are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Nikki wanted cross country with Saga. I don't think it's that easy. I suppose you could, yes. But how do you... So basically you just don't have any color highlighted and leave everything open and you just mark whatever color that you're doing as you go. Or maybe you could... Yeah, I suppose you could do... single color cross country, you know, just pick a color and just keep going and just keep that color highlighted. I suppose that works as well. I think it's only getting tricky if you do a bit of parking and then switch color and park like I'm doing here. That, you know, Gemma's method wouldn't survive on Saga. It just doesn't work like that. Oh, but Nikki, do you not find the what is that? Saga doesn't really recognize pages, does it? I suppose you can just manually define an area, but it doesn't really retain the page borders as far as I know, unless I'm missing something. Oh, I can't believe it's 12:30. Where has time gone? When did we start? 10:30. So we just gone over 2 hours. Time flies, really. I feel I've just warmed up. Yes, exactly, Nikki. You can just define your own page. Let me have a look. Where do I park it? This is a brave new world. I have no idea where I should park it. 1, 2. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 down. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna end this one with 1 stitch. And this one, it's getting a bit short. Let's have a look. Just 1 stitch. Just 2 stitches here. It's much faster actually, color flow. I can see why Gemma is stitching so fast. Which is fast anyway. So basically, as long as the stitches are kind of attached to each other without creating box stitches, even though it kind of happened a couple of times, but trying to get my head around. I think I know what it's about. Let me see, 1, 2 here. Okay. Right. Let me move slightly over here. There's a whole bunch of colors here. So 355, 355. So there are 4 stitches. 4 stitches here. Rivers. Your birthday's 99, baby. Yes, the bird is trying to remind you. It's their bedtime. And how do they sleep, birds? Do they stay standing up, or do they actually lie down and cover themselves with a duvet? So funny. I didn't know not cats, birds actually go to bed. I thought they just close their eyes here and there. One, two, three. A38. I like it. I like this method. 2.0. Gemma Stitches 2.0. There. Oh, they stand with their hair stuck in their wing, sometimes with one foot, with one foot up. Wow, have they ever just fallen off because it's so deep in sleep? That's so funny. Single one. Oh dear, where am I? That. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that one. Uh, these two. Oh, River, 90%. Amazing. How long do you think it's gonna take for the 10% to be done? Since you're so disciplined. Maybe another 2 weeks? 10 days? I know. Round of applause. I know it's not 100% yet. River says the big one has fallen, referring to the bird. Fallen. How embarrassing. I got him out real quick because he was panicked. I just snuggled him. Oh, that's so funny. I bet that happens. You know, you're deep in sleep and you just fall off. Cats do that as well, but you've got a deadline. Why do you have a deadline? Is that, oh, are you trying to give it as a gift, right? The deadline is August 28th. That's this month. No, yeah, it's this month. It'll be done before then. So you've got, yeah, you've got an entire month. We're on the 5th. Wow. And after that, you can frolic. You, you can play. You can stitch whatever you want. Just like Joyce. Let's have a look. Where am I exactly? I'm here. And one over here. And two. Four, nine, eight. Double check the color. 498. Yes. Jackie's back from swimming. Well done. Are you still wet? I didn't think you'd still be here. You know, the other day when we did the marathon, there was a Japanese YouTuber, Floss Tuber. She said, I saw you live before I went to bed. And I see you live here. Now I'm woken up. There you go. There's a theme going on here. But I think we may be finishing very soon. We are 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. in the UK here. I ask you. What is going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I am just going to stitch these ones. I don't care. I know, time just flies. I have no idea. It's 1 o'clock. There you go. I've done well today. I got up really early, been teaching, and I'm still alive and kicking. It's the green tea power. Green tea and coffee power. let me do this one. I just like to bring it to a nice ending here. One, two. So I've got a few stitches here. And this one be my last one today. And let me see where I want to park it. I'm going to park it here. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let's have a look. Reva, it's always lovely to have you too. You know, there's no stitch with me if you don't stitch with me, right? So, thank you. So let's have a look at what I've done today. Oh, today I've been a little bit adventurous, as usual. Well, not as usual, but if I'm really, really adventurous, I'd be doing ECC, extreme cross country. But not that adventurous, but a little bit more. So today, this piece, so far, up to the last stream, I've been pretty much following Gemma Stitch's original method, which is diagonal line loosely and no floating stitches. But today, I kind of, went out a little bit further with the method and trying out her sort of more recent evolution of her method, which is following the color whenever you can. You're allowed to wander out of shape a little bit. And I've been doing a little bit of that and trying to get my head around because it is a slight departure from the original method. But I think I'm getting my head around there because it doesn't matter where I flow. There's no loose stitches anywhere. And I think that it's kind of the key of this method and the beauty of this method. So everything is tightly, sort of, there's no floating stitches around that you can make mistakes. And also you have to come back and, fill in holes everywhere. That type of stitching, which can occur quite often with cross country. So I think this is one of the reasons Gemma kind of stitched this way, because she doesn't like to, stitch in sort of box in stitches, which I don't particularly enjoy, particularly with 14 counts. Depends. I cross country as well. So, but it's interesting to stitch like this, and it's like a puzzle. You constantly have to find a solution for, and it's like a strategy game, puzzle strategy game. So I really enjoyed it. And let me zoom out a little bit more just to let you appreciate what I've done so far. And this box is really taking shape here, and it won't take long that I'll be able to finish this box here. Now with the color flow, it seems to be a tiny bit faster for me anyway in my standard. So, and hopefully I'll be able to finish these 2 pages, and then I have 4 pages that I can do back stitches on. I cannot wait to stitch this little cat here. So let's have a look at the app here. And Susan says, Sarah says, I like watching the color flow today. Oh, today she's at 718 stitches so far. It's a slow day, isn't it, Sarah? Normally it's about at least 1,000, no? But the day is still young for Sarah. She's still going. So let's have a look at what I've got here. So today, dun dun dun, I have done. I would just say it's faster. Okay. Now reality check. So I'm still firmly in the 9% range, 9.4. Absolutely fine. And today I've done, I think we're close to 3 hours, just slightly under. I've done 151 stitches. Round of applause for Yogi, as usual. Throw pizza at me or any edible items, and maybe a baseball bat as well. And I really enjoyed it. I think, with this method, if I actually, I'll need to double check Gemma's method, Gemma's channel, and watch carefully how she does it nowadays, because I'm a lot more familiar with her original method. And the color flow, I understand the concept, but haven't really done it, with a pattern. So I'll need to go and watch a bit more carefully so I don't create sort of boxed in stitches by accident, which is kind of the, key of this method. So I really enjoyed it. Let's have a look at the chat. Thank you, River. She says, looks amazing. I really love the finish here. I just love it. And Sarah, thank you so much. Nikki, thank you. She says, great job, Yogi. Question mark, why? Puzzles. Maybe that means puzzles. And Sarah is giving me cherries. And Salita, hello. Have you been lurking? And I saw you a little bit in the beginning. And Salita, round of applause. She says, nice work, Yogi. Thank you so much. And Susan is giving me a lot of veggies. And the baseball. Yes, it really exists. Not a bat, thank God. That will hurt. And River's giving me pizza as well. Thank you so much, guys. And so much fun hanging out with you every day. And so, with that, now it's 1 o'clock. I know Monday's slightly late start and late finish. It's just the way it is. But tomorrow, maybe I can take some break in the morning as well, so I can have a lie-in. And with that, thank you so much for watching today. And tomorrow we're going to come back with another piece, another session of stitching. I hope to see you here. I'm from sleepy London town. Yogi signing out. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. If it's still daytime, I'm really jealous. And enjoy a little bit more stitching. If you're still stitching, Sarah, no names. And I'll see you tomorrow. Night night, everyone. Nighty night. Night night.